Now, since I'm calling this, what I want to do now is go back in front of it and say, take the results of that and set label 1 text equal to whatever comes back from that. And I hope that made sense the way I did it. I'm going to set label 1 text equal to whatever is returned from that web service. And notice the web service, I created an instance called getData of the web service, which is web service example at localhost service 1. Now, let's go back out to my web form. I'm going to type, when I run this, I'm going to type a value here, click the button, and see it in the label. Okay, so I'm going to build my solution. Then I'll just do it the easy way here. I'll run this. It'll open Internet Explorer, and it will show me my web page. Now notice what's going to happen. I'm going to type 5467, click the button, and watch what happens. It's going to go out, run this, and there's my answer, 121. Let's do another one. 4352 plus 67. Notice it's a lot faster now because it's been compiled. So notice how fast this is happening. That's a web service. And keep in mind now, notice my local host here. My information to use it at the top in the URL box. Let me close that and take you right quick back. Remember, all I did was put 2 text boxes, a button, and a label. And this is all the code I had to write to use the web service that I had set up. Now, that's the beauty of web services in VisualStudio.net. Go back through this, watch it a few times, make sure it makes sense to you. And I want to warn you, on this portion up here after the new statement, it can be a little tricky to find your web service sometimes. Go through this a few times, and you'll have to, it's really best to write down what you've called these things so you can find them. But that's how to use a web service, either as programmatically as part of an application or just to use it kind of in raw mode and get your data back. Now, you should have all kind of ideas flying through your brain, because keep in mind, if you've got a client who wants to get data out of a Microsoft program and they're on the Unix platform, the answer, create a web service and stick it out there and just let them call it. If you've got a Microsoft application that needs to get information from another Microsoft application, create a web service, put it up on the web server, and call it from that application as a web service. There's all kind of things you can do with this. So I hope I've opened up a whole new world for you. Web services are cool. I would strongly suggest you get some books, begin to educate yourself in XML and web services. These things are going to be everywhere in the next few years.